Welcome to the second edition of our podcast Connections and Conversions and Author Mastermind Group. Right now we'll call it PC Squared, Podcast Connections and Conversions. And what we're here, hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Seth Green. I am the founder of MarketDominationLLC.com and our other related companies. And we produce dozens and dozens and dozens of podcasts. So I thought, why not share the love for our clients and allow you to pitch, to get booked on our shows, and other people who are on the call, who are on the webinar, have their own shows. So your pitch would be heard by other people who could book you on their shows. So that's getting you a chance to be a guest on someone's show to promote your business. And you would also, if you are a show host, you have the opportunity to get guests. If you are an author, you get the opportunity to promote your book. And if you are a publisher, you have a chance to get a publishing published. If you are looking to be published, you have the chance to meet with a publisher. And if you are, if you have written something, and you are looking to get promotion for your book, then all of those you are all in the right place. Jesse, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello, Seth. And if you
can I enable you to turn your camera on?
That would be awesome.
No problem. Done.
Great. How you doing today?
Fantastic. We just did a little 2-minute intro about what we're doing here.
Oh, great.
If you want to chime in a little bit about you, and then we'll open it up and start letting people pitch and tell us about their businesses.
Sounds great. Hi, everybody. I'm the founder and publisher of Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Press. We are the publisher for the passionate. We work with authors through the entire publishing process, as early as conceiving of the book, but definitely through editing, design, layout, marketing, and international distribution wherever books are sold. We also have a unique crowdfunding approach to publishing that allows us to support people from day one and bring in new audience members and clients through crowdfunding campaigns for your book and idea.
Awesome. All right. So I am going to go, rather than searching through the list and trying to find who's here of everybody who registered, you're gonna luck out. I'm gonna go in alphabetical order. So in order to allow you to share your screen, I have to make you a panelist. We're gonna start with Andrew Capp. I'm gonna promote you to a panelist, and then you rejoin, and now you should be able to, oh wait, nope, I still gotta make you a co-host. So then I will make you a co-host. Now, Andrew, you should be able to turn your camera on.
Here we go. Hello.
Awesome, there he is. So Andrew, we're gonna give you, let's say, based on the people here at the moment who are smart enough to get here on time, I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to tell everybody who you are, what you do, what your book is about, what your show is about, and how we can all book you, cross-promote you, all that good stuff.
Awesome. Well, first, thanks so much for having me. I am Andrew Capp. I am the author of the last Law of Attraction book you'll ever need to read, which the title in and of itself is often telling you what the book is. But a quick little insight, for Law of Attraction authors out there or people who read those books, any book with the Law of Attraction worth its salt is going to hopefully explain the Law of Attraction in a clear way, which I've done, and provide easy, user-friendly methods to use in concert with that, which I've hopefully done. But I went the extra mile, and I also wanted to explain and kind of hold up a mirror to readers as to why when people read about this and get excited, they still can't do it. They still can't just do 5 minutes a day. And that's the extra layer of my book that I've put in to ensure that people get a win out of that. One is really cool to interact with you, Seth. I always love interacting with you, the few chances we get. So that's one motivation for being here. The other one is I'm really just looking to continue to put myself on more podcasts. I went on a whole bunch of podcasts in 2020, and I'm happy to say that oftentimes the host comes back and says something along the lines of like, wow, I was expecting something good. I wasn't expecting that, because the law of attraction being a bit of a fad in the past, people don't expect that I can talk about gratitude and I can talk about mindset and I can talk about things in a paradigm shifting way. that offers really a user-friendly, simplistic way, whether you're talking about business, life, anything, that gives people kind of like a go-away lesson that they can walk away with and implement. And that's my hope, to add value to any podcast that might want to have me on. That's probably under 3 minutes, although I'm a chatterbox. I will leave it at that.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to invoke executive privilege to ask some clarifying questions just to help the audience, everybody else. So you are looking to be a guest on other people's podcasts. Who is your ideal client? So like, what show should we book you on? And how do you spin it? Like, for example, I believe you're scheduled to be on my show to talk to our entrepreneurs and our business owners about the law of attraction in their business. I know that isn't all that you do. I know you're business to business and business to consumer. Can you expand on that just a little bit more, and we'll give you some more time?
Absolutely. And quick clarification, I know we're scheduled due to something. We haven't booked anything officially. I am looking forward to doing that whenever you're ready.
Message in my calendar right now.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is, like, the way I do it is, this is content that can work for people even that don't believe in the law of attraction. So if you have any kind of thing where people are looking for a positive mentality or a positive approach in business or life. So, I mean, I do go on a lot of podcasts that are law of attraction based, but I've also gone on entrepreneurial podcasts where people just like, what are good positive mindset shifting things people can do in their business so they can focus on making more money and just making more good decisions. I like to talk about law of attraction, but if someone wants to talk about my business and how I'm getting a bunch of reviews on my book, I am happy to give value in that way if I can.
And you also, it doesn't just have to be a law of attraction podcast. It could be health. It could be wellness. It could be real estate it could be literally almost any show that is focused on improving people's lives. Your examples and your stories would work, correct?
Yes, sir. And my stories work in the context of whether you believe in the law of attraction or not, whether you believe in positive thinking or not. So I've worked out answers because, again, I want everyone to get value regardless of what perspective they're coming from when they're listening to that show as an audience member.
Awesome. And thank you very much. Oh, Jesse's about to chime in. I would tell you folks, make sure you're in our Podcast Connections Facebook group so you can connect with everybody. I will put that link in the chat throughout today's session. Jesse, go for it.
Yeah, Andrew, just curious, in addition to podcasts, if you're looking for any potential partners or to connect with other similar authors or people to explore.
Yeah, like, could we email our list? Could I email my list for you and tell them all to go get the book and be an affiliate?
Well, it's a very good question, by the way. Thank you for asking it. Right now, it's only available on Amazon, so I haven't set up anything yet for affiliates, although I'm not closed off to that. It's just a step I haven't taken yet. So if this is something where someone wants to connect with me for something down the line, I am very open to that. But of course, I want to make sure that when that happens, if it happens, I can keep my promise and deliver a really good result for whoever I partner with.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Drop your email in the chat to me, Andrew, and I'll make a connection for you.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
All right. I am withdrawing you as a co-host. I'm making Andy. Andy, you are up next. I got to make you a panelist and then swap you over when you show up. All right. So now we need Andy. Let's make you a co-host. All right, Andy, you can now turn on your camera.
All right, let me.
There you go.
There we go. Can you see me? It looks like you can see me. Great. Okay, so I kind of fill all those boxes. I host the Make Each Click Count podcast. I am the author of the Make Each Click Count book series, and I am always looking for guests that have to do with e-commerce. I think Andrew would be an awesome guest. I'd love to connect with you. To have you on my podcast, that would be fantastic. I am also looking to be on others' podcast regarding my brand new book that is going to be coming out within the next month, which is Make Each Click Count Using Retargeting. And so I'd be interested in that. I also have a new live course that is going to be launching in March, Google Shopping Simplified Live. And I would be happy to share my affiliate information with that as well.
Awesome. Quick, and that's well practiced. You have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left. I can juggle.
How many books do you have out, Andy?
This will be my third.
And are you self-publishing or do you work with a publisher?
I'm self-publishing, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
There's an app for that called Lifestyle Entrepreneur Press. All right, just kidding. All right. Well, Andy, that is awesome. If you don't have anything else you want to share or request, we will keep moving.
Cool. I mean, yeah, that's really it. I mean, my main target audience is business owners, e-commerce. And so anybody who has value to bring to that, I'd be happy to discuss having you as a guest on my show. Or if you have a podcast related to e-commerce, I would love to get on it to discuss my new book.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right.
Awesome. Thank you, Andy.
Let's make you an attendee. All right. All right. Next up, Cecile. Come on down. All right, Cecile, you should be able to turn your camera on and unmute yourself.
There. So I don't know if I'm as prepared as those two gentlemen because I just got the email about this yesterday or something. But the book I published in 2018 was called The Wise Way to Yoga. And the foundation of that is really the wise way to be in your body. And that is founded on my background as an Alexander technique teacher. So what does all that mean? It means that, if you have, these days, a lot of people complain about having neck problem and back problem and tension and headaches because they're doing so much Zooming and the stress of what's going on. And a lot of people think that exercise is the answer. And what I'm teaching is that exercise is definitely something good, but stretching and strengthening is only addressing the surface of the problem, the symptom. It's not the real problem. It's not the root of the problem. And the root of the problem go way beyond anything because we have been a recipient for a mindset about exercise since the 20th with the 20th century and the bodybuilders and all that. And basically we've been taught that we should use our mind to control our body, as if the mind knew better than our whole body intelligence. So what I teach people is, and as a result, we've developed unconscious habits that are affecting how we exercise, how we sit at the computer, how we do everything. And it's not just a body thing, it's really mind, body, and soul complex.
Celine, what type of podcasts do you want to be on?
So I guess definitely it would be health related podcast. I actually have one of my student who's a fan of my work who started a podcast with the name of my book. And we were still working on that. I've been on different podcasts, but this is really a new thing for me to think consciously that I want to be in podcasts. I've been on radio, I've been on TV.
And how does your the course you're talking about, what you're teaching, if we have you on a show, is that what you're promoting? And then is that online? How does that work?
Can you ask your question again?
So let's say you come up, let's say I book you on one of our health and wellness shows.
Yeah.
Then you're going to talk about your stuff. What is the offer at the end of it? Is it what you're teaching? Is there a course? Like, how do I pay you? How do I consume your content?
Yeah. So, well, of course, if they're interested in yoga, there's that book. There's a book to be written, The Wise Way to Be in Your Body. But in the meantime, I am working on an online course that should come in the spring called The Wise Way to Be in Your Body. So that would be that. And then I have online classes. I have one that just started last Saturday, and they're more specific. Like that one is Zooming without fatigue or strain. I have lots of, I had stress relief and immunity through movement. But I'm an artist as well. So sometimes I teach through more fun ways. Like this summer I had kinesthetic drawing as a personal growth journey. So I have different ways that I can help people connect with functioning as an integrated whole.
Okay.
We are in a society that we've seen everybody is very disconnected from their body, disconnected from the earth. And my premises is if we do not function as an integrated whole, how can we help the world and
Yeah,
humanity?
I agree 100%. Jesse just made an email connection for you. Thank you
Oh, that
so
was
much.
for Andrew, but
Oh, that
I
was
can
for Andrew,
certainly do
sorry.
that for you too, Cecile.
Okay,
Sorry
thank
about
you.
that. I misunderstood. All right. Thank you so much, Cecile. All right. We've got to keep on moving. Okay. So next up. All right. Next up, Chris Piper. Chris Piper, come on down. Chris, you should now be able to turn on your camera and turn off. There you go.
Hi, I wasn't expecting to go on so quick, but hi everyone.
You're
I'm
Chris
about
Piper.
hi. I'm about to launch my first book, and it's How to Leave a Toxic Partner. I've been working on it for several months, and I'm just about ready. I also help people realize when they've been in relationships, whether they're work or romantic, or even their family relationships where they've been bullied in the past, and how to get past that and strategies to help them cope and have better relationships and move up at work.
Awesome. And everybody, as you come on, when it's your turn to talk, I know we're also in the Facebook group, but also put your email address in the chat so that people can connect with you that way too. Chris, what would be a home run for you? Like, what would be a show where you were like, or that an audience that you would said, oh my gosh, that would totally move the needle and help grow my business?
I would say people who want to grow their professional skills and improve their communication and relationships.
Okay, so it's more that side than it is helping the woman leave her toxic partner.
Yeah, ultimately that's just like a small subset of people that I'm helping.
Okay, so the work world, the professional environment, probably there's more of them and they find you easier and pay you more, perhaps?
Probably.
Okay, and then is there stuff behind the book? Like, is there a coaching program? Is there consulting? What is there another business besides, is the book the front end for the rest of the business?
Yeah, I do coaching.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, everybody put your email in the chat and we will make sure you're in the Facebook group and we'll make sure we get you booked.
All right, great, thanks.
Awesome. Let's see. All right, next up, our next lucky winner is, oh, that's my friend Courtney. Hey, Courtney, let's make you a panelist. All right, Courtney, you should be able to turn on your camera.
Unmute.
There it is.
Ah, hey.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic.
Good.
Tell everybody
Bills.
about you.
Go Bills, huh?
Yes.
My name is Courtney Kostelecki, and I've been in direct marketing for a long time. Oh, let me turn. There we go. This might be better if I turn my microphone down here. Courtney Kostelecki. Recently, in the past couple of years, I've been known as the webinar magician, and so that is my primary focus, is helping people, whether they already have a webinar, to use some different things to get it to convert better. If they don't have webinar, to actually get the webinar done. I was actually one of Andrew's first guests when he was more marketing focused on the Shadow of the Mold podcast. I think it's like episode number 11. It was a fun podcast.
So can you give us an example of who you might do a webinar for and how that might work in terms of like how that helps their business?
Yeah, right now, the people that I'm primarily helping with webinars, they are marketing consultants, and they're looking for, for leads for their business, for whatever it might be. The one niche that I'm staying away from is financial, because I don't want to deal with all the stuff. Yeah. But a lot of people, there are a lot of coaches, authors, consultants, and they want to put a webinar to either get leads for their business or for their course. And so I can help people, create courses, sales copy for the webinar and for the sales letters. Authors, I do book funnels.
Awesome. And what type of podcast can we get you booked on?
Anybody that has a course or they want to launch a course.
Well, no, that's who would be a client of yours. I'm saying what type of show would make sense for you to be a guest on?
As far as actual names, I don't.
No, I mean, like, should you be on a show that's business to consumer? Should you be on a health show? Probably not. Should you be on an entrepreneur show, a show for chiropractors? Trying to help you narrow it down.
Yeah. No, entrepreneurs, coaches, people that have coaches, coaching programs, consultants.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm also launching a challenge. So there's an affiliate offer in there.
Awesome. Ooh, drop the link in the chat.
Yes.
And Seth, could we possibly bring up Kien Vu next? He's one of our authors. He's in the hospital and might have a time constraint.
Okay, Kien Vu, sure. Promote to panelists, and then we'll make him. All right, you should be able to share your camera now, Kien.
Fantastic.
Dr. V, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
That's either a really nice hospital or a good virtual background.
Always got to keep those in the hospital for sure. So again, my name is Dr. Kien Vu, also known as Dr. V. I've got a book coming out named Thrive State. My publisher is Lifestyle Entrepreneur Press, and I have a really very timely message, particularly around this time of the pandemic. So a quick story about myself for your audience. I was a Vietnamese boat refugee, born in Vietnam, escaped on a boat, was on a boat for 8 months, survived dysentery, and then 3 months in a Philippine refugee camp before I landed in LA. So why do I tell this story? Well, one would think I would be grateful for the experience to survive that experience, but I grew up feeling like I wasn't enough. In fact, I used my white coat to hide this not enoughness that I had inside. 4 years ago, I was overweight, diabetic, hypertensive, and I was on prescription medicines. This doctor who was treating end-stage chronic disease, but I got chronic disease myself. Now, why is it such a timely message? Well, it wasn't until I learned about personal development, anti-aging regenerative medicine, epigenetics, that I was able to reverse those conditions in 4 to 6 months. And why is it important now? Because COVID-19 is affecting Americans more than it is outside of the world. And it's not because we've got a worse form of the virus, it's because we are chronically sick. And in this book, Thrive State, I talk about basically a concept of the bioenergetic state, or the energetic environment we give to ourselves, telling ourselves to either thrive, to be in peak performance, optimal health, bulletproof immunity, all those things, or to enter a stress state, which not only puts us prone to chronic disease, but also prone to the adverse effects of COVID-19. So I've got the book coming out April 6th, 2021. I love to promote the book in health podcasts, entrepreneur podcasts, anybody who wants better performance, wants to improve their immunity and to really save themselves from any adverse effects and put themselves in their very, very best state. I'm happy to be on that podcast. I also have a few things on the back end that I'm developing, but I'm promoting the book first.
Awesome. Super excited. Way to go. Put your info in the chat, please.
You got it.
And if you're not in the group, maybe share a little video like that into the group so we can start helping you get booked.
I'll keep putting the link in the chat. I'm admitting people into the group while we speak. All right.
Dr. V, media ready. Love it.
Yes. All right. So now we got to go back to alphabetical order. Famida. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Famita, I'm not even going to try the last name because I'll not do a good job. Okay, you should be able to turn your camera on. Famita, are you there? Going once. Going twice. All right, Famita, we'll come back to you. All right, George. I'm also not going to pronounce your last name either. George. All right, George, you should be able to turn your camera
I'm
on.
coming. Thank you. Taurinitis is not as complicated as it sounds, so I Americanized it. Well, thank you for having me on. My name is George Taurinitis. I'm the founder of Ithaca Strategic Partners. We're a full-service fiduciary, financial advisory, and investment management company. I am about 2 weeks away of formally launching my blog and also adding a podcast a week later. So what I'm looking for is two-tiered. One, looking to be primarily right now a guest on somebody's blog or podcast. I can speak to a ranging matter of financial topics. And a big MO of our company is that while we do help you plan for your destination, we are looking to primarily help you enjoy the journey as well. There's no point in enjoying retirement if you can't actually walk or have good memories of it. So that's the idea behind it. We do have a primary niche for medical professionals. So we do have a big group of dentists and doctors. And in the next few weeks, I will be looking for podcast guests to also include as part of our outreach.
Awesome. So I myself have a separate podcast in the financial services space, and financial advisory firms are a good percentage of our business. So we have a bunch of places we can get you booked, and tons of people who have been on all those shows would probably be good guests for you too.
Excellent. Thank you.
If you want to add a book to that mix, George,
yes,
let's have
you
a
should
chat.
talk to.
Actually, I have a draft version. I do have to clean it up a little bit more. I don't want to be, got to take one thing at a time. I want to make sure it comes out right, but I will definitely circle back on that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
talk
got
to
it.
Jesse. All right, George, put your info in the chat.
Will do. Thank you again.
Okay, let's see who's up next. Irene, yay. Hi, Irene. Oh, where'd Irene go? She disappeared. There she is. All right, Irene, let's make you a panelist. All right, Irene, you should be able to talk now.
Hi, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, so Seth knows I do a few different things. I've been a copywriter for, gosh, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. And I dabble in lots of different niches, and I've written over a dozen books. My first book is a weight loss book, and it's perfect timing for this right now. So I'm doing a book funnel right now to build this list and launch a high-end weight loss program designed specifically for women entrepreneurs. So I'm building that list. I've got book 2 coming out. Haven't decided if I'm going to self-publish or I would be open to talking to publishers about it.
I just happen to know a guy.
Huh?
I happen to know a guy.
Zipping It Off, How to Look Great Naked is book 2 in the series. And I have a cookbook, half done, working on recipes. I'd love to have that one picked up by a publisher, so all the pictures are done really great. My other books are One Book Can Change Your Life, How to Write and Publish a Book. And I also am coaching people to get published and get in the media. I have another book called Podcast Power, where I teach people how to get podcast interviews, which works for me in a snap when I want to get booked quickly.
Awesome. So what type of show would you want to be on?
Well, for my health and wellness, obviously the health. And I think right now I have a great hook. Recently, Tanya Roberts just died of a UTI. She was a Bond girl and a former Charlie's Angels.
Wow.
So I can speak about UTIs and things like that. So health and fitness, wellness. And then I'm also getting ready to launch. People keep asking me, they love my emails. They want to learn email marketing from me. So I just put together a great lead magnet, my secret sauce for for selling with emails. And I'm going to do a challenge for that, a 30-day email marketing challenge for all my people on my list who've been begging me.
Irene, how do you keep up with yourself?
Yeah, I was just going to say
I
you're
don't know.
fairly prolific.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's, for purposes of today, let's pick one. Let's do the Zipping It Up book. Let's do the health and
agree.
wellness related shows. And then next month you can be an expert on UTIs. And then the month after that, you can be an expert on email marketing. And then whatever
Yeah, I'm
next
an
you're in.
entrepreneur. I keep getting pulled in all these directions. I want to help everyone.
Yes,
It's
but
my,
you know,
my
if you're
biggest
everything
problem.
to everybody, you're nothing to
I
nobody.
know.
You got to do one at a time. But
Okay,
that is
so-
awesome. Let's do health and wellness.
I agree. Thank you.
I can get you
Irene,
booked for
drop your
that.
email in here. I'll
Yep.
shoot you an email about some publishing related matters.
Yes, awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Have a great day.
You
Thanks.
two stick around. All right, Famita, are you ready to speak? It says you weren't. Are you ready now? Let me know. In the meantime, let's bring up Joy Winning, who has the best last name on the call. All right, Joy, come on down.
Hello.
Hello. Now we're all winning.
Yes.
Tell us about yourself
is
and what you're
Joy.
looking for.
It's great to see you. I'm in duplicate. I'm with my son.
I see
There,
that.
I'm sorry about the poor choice of background. I didn't get to set it up here. So my goal is to really help people clarify what is their goal, what is their cause, what is their reason. When we get clarity, then whatever they're taking steps on, you can drop away a lot of the baggage that we tend to carry with us. So for me, I would like to be a guest on a show that speaks to people who are comfortable with esoteric, comfortable with unity messages, and people that really want to have a longer vision plan, something where they can say, I'm going to take a 20-year plan, and now I'm going to break it back so I can have a chance to get there.
So who is your ideal client for what you do?
My ideal client is the individual who is ready to scale, is not necessarily 100% certain of themselves, and wants to clarify, wants to bounce ideas, wants to have a mastermind partner who can see and agree. And
So that's somebody who owns a business. What do you have a particular industry that you are an expert in?
Health and fitness. I taught water fitness to seniors for 8 years.
Well, no, because you're not looking to coach more seniors because you said you want them to scale. So what type of businesses would be your ideal client?
Health and fitness coaches.
So that's like a personal trainer or some type of coach in that space.
Yes.
Awesome.
So if they're looking to grow their business in the health and fitness industry, that's a conversation I'm comfortable having.
Okay. All right. That makes a lot more sense. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Joy.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, let's see. We have Kai Seidenberg, assuming I pronounced that correctly or close. We'll find out in just a second. Kai, can you turn the camera on? And can you unmute yourself?
Oh, let's unmute you. Here, I can do it for you.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today, Seth and Jesse. My name is Kai Seidenberg, and I am a nature connection guide, ecotherapist, and author. And I love to help people discover how easy and enjoyable it can be to connect with the healing power of nature wherever they are. So I teach and write about deep nature connection, mindful nature connection, both online and pre-COVID in person, hopefully again soon. I also teach other people how to do that work. And I'm the author of 2 books that help people connect or cultivate deep and healing connections, both with nature and also with spirit and creativity. First one is Poems of Earth and Spirit, 70 poems and 40 practices to deepen your connection with nature. That one's selling several hundred books a month on Amazon, and
awesome.
a finalist for a
Very
Next
nice.
Generation Indie Book Award. Second book is Space Between the Stones, Poetry and Practices for Connecting with Nature, Spirit, and Creativity. So I'm interested in being a guest on podcasts. I love to talk about different specific ways people can connect with nature wherever they are in as little as a minute a day and make a significant difference in their lives. I love to help people learn how to get more profound and lasting benefits from the time that they spend in nature. I can talk a lot about the synergies between nature, creativity, and spirituality, and some very surprisingly simple shifts that can help people open up to a much deeper, more nourishing, and more healing relationship with the natural world.
That's awesome.
Would you say that you're looking to be booked on spiritual podcasts or a different genre?
You know, it crosses different fields. It could be spiritual, mindfulness, health, wellness, nature. It weaves in all of that, even creativity. And I have a great personal story to tell about how this all came out of following a calling to listen deeply to nature. I started writing poems, which I had no idea I was going to do, not even an aspiration, but all kinds of creative work started coming through when I started listening more deeply to nature. And I've found that to be a really powerful creative and healing path. And I've helped other people find how to follow that in their own way and receive, much deeper benefits from their time in nature.
That's absolutely fascinating. Thank you so much. Put your stuff in the chat box.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Oh, Fonda says, no, I'm not talking today. Okay, Famina, you don't have to talk today. Okay, so then let me go move on to our next person. Karen Williams, you are up next. Okay, you should be good.
Yeah, I should be good. Brilliant. Hi. Hi from the UK. Am I the only British person on the call? It's evening, so good evening, everyone. I'm Karen Williams. I'm known as the book mentor from Libertas. So I work with business owners, leaders and entrepreneurs to help them to write business building books. And I help them from idea through to launch and beyond. So I'm the best-selling author of 6 books myself. Here's a couple of them, all on writing, entrepreneurship, and one is my personal story called The Mouse That Roars. Really, yeah, I'm looking to get onto podcasts for business owners to help them to write books, entrepreneurs, leaders type of podcasts. The thing that makes me different from other book mentors is I very much focus on helping people to raise their profile as they write their book. And there are 2 particular things I talk about, which is self-funding and self-validation. And I've got an affiliate program, so I've got an online program that I can offer 30% affiliate rate for anyone who's interested as well. So I like to work in partnership with people, and really I just want to help more people. It's a crazy world at the moment. We've all got so much knowledge and so much wisdom to share. So really I just want to help more people to get their message out there and make the world a better place and to build their business at the same time.
That is
Karen,
beautiful.
I'd love to have a offline chat with you. It seems like you could be a strong contender or fit to support with some of our author crowdfunding initiatives.
Okay, lovely, thank you.
And Susie says you are not the only Brit. So apparently
fabulous.
But your name comes before hers alphabetically.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
But drop
Thank
your
you for
email and then
inviting
I'll
me.
shoot
will
you
do. Well, thanks,
a
Jesse.
message just now.
Brilliant,
Awesome.
thank you.
Awesome. All right, let's see. We need Kelly Martin.
Yes, I'm here.
Yay.
Howdy from the great state of Dallas, or Texas.
Dallas is its own state.
Own state, yes. I get confused sometimes. Anyway, as you obviously know, my name is Kelly Martin, and I am working on a book, hoping to get published with Lifestyle, titled Pretend You're Writing for Your Mom. And it's how to write and convince anyone in any situation, whether it be social, everyday situation, a professional situation, or even if you're a student, an academic situation. And I am hoping to get on some podcasts to promote my book, and that relate to language, communication, whether it be professional. I think that's where I'm going to really target and try to zone in on. And I am just very excited for this opportunity. So thank you both for having me, and thank you all for listening to my brief spiel here.
Our pleasure.
Sure. Did you say you were interested in publishing and you want to?
I am. I'm working
that?
with Lee Constantine right now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I just finished my bonuses, so I'm hoping to get rolling. I had the book halfway written. I kind of did things in reverse order, so.
I got you. You're in good shape.
Yeah, he's great.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank y'all.
Thanks.
You are welcome. Okay. Let's see who's next. Laura R. Come on down. Hey, Laura.
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic. Long time no see.
I know, so great to be
I
here.
had 2 calls with Cliff yesterday.
Oh, how wonderful. Glad you guys are connecting.
Yes.
Terrific. So I'm Laura Rubenstein, as you see, and I am a marketer, digital marketer, business growth strategist, author of Social Media Myths Busted, the Small Business Guide to Online Revenue. Thank you for the sound effects. And I'm looking to be on podcasts that target entrepreneurs, small business owners, including financial advisors and women thought leaders are some of the people I help. I offer social media marketing strategies, stories, ways to stand out and become the go-to leader in your field for startups, for women business owners. And I have it's not a podcast, but with Social Buzz Club, we have something called Social Buzz U. It's a live streamed webinar show in a sense. And then we keep these webinar experts in our back end. So I'm looking for experts in anything marketing, business development to teach our audience something,
Awesome. I think we got a few people here who could qualify for that.
Yeah, I definitely think Irene and Karen, you guys would qualify, people like yourselves. So I'll put my information in.
Awesome.
Okay.
Is the book already published, Laura?
This book's been published. And I'm a best-selling author of this book, and I've been in a number of compilation books as well. I have another book that I did before KDP and all that, Create Space even, that I need to revitalize. And I'm like Irene, it's in the health and wellness and personal development field. So I have side hustles as well.
Well, if you want to explore a future publishing project, drop your email in and I'll connect.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jesse.
Awesome. All right. Next up is Megan Chasky.
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't realize we were coming on. This is fantastic. I love this.
Awesome. I'm so glad. Tell us about you.
Well, this is going to be spontaneous. I didn't realize we were signing up for this when we signed up for the webinar, but this is, I have an upcoming online course that is called Authentic Voice Masterclass. And it is helping people to get in touch with their authentic voice on all levels, spiritually, and emotionally, and also physically. And so it's interesting because when you're talking about which kind of podcasts to speak on and which arenas, there are different doors that we come into, interests. And so it could be from the doorway of women who are having issues, thyroid issues, because a lot of times not being able to speak up comes across as a thyroid issue, or an issue, if you're thinking of it in yogic terms, the throat chakra. And it also can come up in relationships and being able to find a way to speak coherently and find mutual understanding at work, with friends, with an intimate partner. And that is a 6-week course that starts on February 16th. And it's just opened to take people to sign on. And my background is that I am a poet. It's interesting, the other people who've been on this, I'm a poet. a musician. I have sacred music CDs. I have 4 sacred music CDs that have been on award-winning lists, airplay lists, and they are for yoga and meditation, and they are basically acoustic. I sing, the melodies are mine, and they come through meditation, but they are timeless mantras that are healing mantras for
Awesome. So where would we go to learn about the course?
the course. Should I put it in the chat?
Yes. Yeah. Put it in the chat, and then we'll see if we can find you some related shows. That sounds fascinating. I'm interested.
Yes.
And yeah, I can think of an author or 2 of ours focused on similar speaking voice, authentic voice. So I can make a
Tapping
connection
into
or
your
2 there.
power. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, perfect. I just put in my my
Perfect.
website. That's my website that the course is listed on. And also I'm going to put in my sacred music site.
Yeah, that's
Drop
great.
your email in there too, Megan.
Yeah.
Right. Because you can, on my music site, you can listen to samples.
All right, we will check that out. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
And
oh, sorry. I think I hit the wrong button. Oh, I'm sorry, Megan. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
There's your email. Thanks, Megan.
Awesome. All right, Miss Patrice, you are up next. I thought I clicked the right button. There we go. All right. Patrice, can you turn your camera on and unmute yourself? You have to unmute yourself. Or maybe Jesse could unmute you.
I can't unmute her for some reason. She's got to do it herself.
Yep, there she is.
Oh, there. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Very much surprised about this. It's the format. It wasn't what I was expecting, but I'm Patrice Porter. I'm a author of the book series Bringing Out the Potential of Children, gardeners, writers, cooks, chefs, and speaker. I've speaked at different gardening events. Gardening is my passion, and the creator of the Gardening for Food Security, Your Food Abundance Solution. It's a mentoring program I'm just launching this year because of the need. Like, there's expected to double the number of people that will be experiencing food security issues. So a very timely thing to get people gardening and becoming more self-reliant, and
awesome.
That's my passion. That's my field.
So podcast not only in the gardening space, but also in like emergency preparedness.
Yeah, self-sufficiency.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
We're in negotiations right now to launch a very large one in the self-sufficiency space. So if that comes to fruition, we will absolutely have you on.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. And thank you for this opportunity. And the mentoring program, it's just getting launched for this gardening season. It'll run for the season, and starting like with a gardening intensive to get focused on beginner gardeners and get them believing that they can grow their own food, and show them the way.
That's awesome. Thank you
Love
so
some
much.
fresh picked fruit from the backyard.
Yes.
Yeah, fruit and veg.
All right, next up.
Thank you, Patrice.
All right, let's see here. All right. LMNOPQR, Ron Pippin.
I'm unmuted. I'm just, all of a sudden my screen went down. So hang on a second.
Okay.
Why can't I? Oh, here we go. Hang on.
There he is. Oh, you were there. There he is.
Okay, there we are. Sorry about that. Apologize. So I am a mortgage loan officer. I run a team, and so my book is, I don't have one yet.
That's a great title.
But I bet you know a guy that can help me get that done.
I do.
So my target, I've got a podcast that I've been doing for a little while called Agent versus Lender, and we're always looking for podcast guests. And the podcast is really targeted towards the real estate agent and the loan officer to help them build their business, and that can include their personal growth as well.
You've got some guests for you.
I know you do, which is why I'm really excited to be here, because I think that'll help me. I've had lots of agents on here, and we're starting to move out of that just having agents on here. So it's and we're getting way more downloads as we expand out.
What's the name of the show again, Ron?
Agent versus Lender.
That's a good title.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we are kind of butting heads. Yeah. And in our intro.
Is that your art? Like, do you have boxing gloves? Like,
we do.
That's awesome.
Well, no, actually we don't. We started to do that, but if you listen to the intro, it sounds like we're going to butt heads.
Boxing in this corner.
That's exactly what it says.
That's awesome. I love it.
So we have that.
Can we also get you, in addition to getting you guests, can we get you booked on other shows? Would that help?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Are you want those like in the real estate and mortgage spaces?
Yeah. So real estate, mortgage, I think our niche has always been, I've been in this business for 25 years. I've grown a team. We do quite a bit of business, as in comparison to other loan officers. Our niche has kind of been having people don't have a down payment, have little or no down payment. We don't think that's a barrier to getting into a home because there are grants, there are no down payment programs, or first time buyer programs. So we kind of know that space really well, although we can do any type of financing that's out there. But that's just kind of been our niche. So that's kind of our expertise. People don't want a mortgage lender, they want to get into a home. And so we're the necessary evil to get there.
Yep, they don't want to drill, they want a hole. Awesome. Put your email in the chat, please. Join the group.
Yeah,
Awesome.
And if you want to chat publishing, Ron,
yes,
drop your email and I'll drop you a line just now.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'll do that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, my good friend Steve Anderson. Steve, you should be good.
I got it. I'm coming.
There he is.
You caught me.
I did.
Hey, how are you, everybody?
Good.
Thanks.
Hey,
My name is Steve Anderson, and I'm the author of the book called The Bezos Letters, 14 Principles to Grow Your Business Like Amazon, where I did.
Morgan James published that?
Yes, they did.
You guys did good with that one. Nice job.
Yes, we did. Yeah, it's a Wall Street Journal USA Today bestseller and international bestseller. It's been and being translated into 17 languages across the world, which is actually pretty amazing to me. What I did in the book is I actually did a deep dive into Jeff Bezos' letters to shareholders starting in 1997, going through 2018, and extracted out of those letters 14 principles that I believe Bezos used to grow Amazon to what it is today. I categorized those 14 principles into 4 cycles: test, build, accelerate, and scale. That I believe can be used by any business to grow. And so my purpose here is to be on podcasts. I've been on quite a few, including Sharkpreneur in July of this last year. But the message resonates with a wide variety of people. I would say the target is business owners that want to grow their business and understand how Amazon has gotten to the point where they are today. I certainly the book, and I'll put the book website as well as my email contact. It's thebezosletters.com. And I've just finished my first course based on one of the secret tools that Amazon uses to invent and create new products. And it's very unusual and different. And that's what Jeff Bezos does, is he thinks very differently. So
Awesome.
yeah,
As you know, we're huge fans of the book and what you're doing here. I've implemented a lot of it in our business, and I'm still waiting for a follow-up email from you.
I know the course is done. I'm testing the webinar and trying to make before I come to you, Seth, I want to kind of have the process down. So
awesome.
I don't want you to be the guinea pig.
I appreciate that, although I would do it for you. Thank you so
well,
much.
thank you.
All right, let's see who's next. Few more fantastic people. Sue, come on. Oh, Sue, come on down. All right, you should be good.
There we go. I'm on. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Sue Wilhite. I am known as the Profit Attraction Master. I have a podcast, and I have been a guest on many podcasts this last year. I went from like 0 to 100 in 2020. I am going to be
Can you turn me back on too, Seth? Sorry about that.
Oh, yep.
Whoops.
That's okay. Sorry about that, Sue.
It's all right. I am going to be one of the co-authors of an anthology book called Empowered Self-Care that is coming out in on February 9th. We're having our book launch. And you can see I'm a co-author officially.
Yay.
Look at you.
Beg your pardon?
He said, look at you.
I said, look at you.
Yeah. So I am looking to be on podcasts over the next couple of weeks. We're supposed to go radio silent on the 5th for some strange reason that I don't understand. But up until February 5th and after February 9th, I would be happy to get on a podcast and talk about my article in this, my chapter in this book, which is called Electricity is Everything, and how you are an electric being and how that makes you healthy or not.
Awesome. Thank you so
Quick
much.
question. Have you ever heard of Dr. Jerry Tennant?
Oh, absolutely. In fact,
Okay.
he's one of my teacher's mentors.
I thought so. When I heard electricity and voltage,
yes,
that's
yes. She got introduced to the electric universe by Dr. Tennant. Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, couple more. Our fellow Brit,
interesting
Susie.
cast of characters here today, Seth.
Yes, sir. All right, Susie, our fellow Brit.
Hello. Yay, I'm here.
Hello.
Good to meet you guys.
Awesome. Tell us about you.
Let it rip.
I'm an international business executive, lifestyle and legacy mentor. It's a bit of a mouthful, but a legacy is a bit of a buzzword at the moment, I think. And a lot of people are thinking now about leaving a legacy. And I want to make sure people realize that it's not just people who have presidents or, rich people that leave legacies. You don't die and then somebody reads out your will and that's your legacy. You have a legacy. You create your legacy as you walk through your life and every day of your life with the people whose lives you touch. So that's what I'm about, legacy. And I would love to be on a podcast or 3 with anybody who is interested in really looking to a bigger future outside of themselves. It's about contribution and just giving. Basically, it's about giving and how to be living a much more sharing lifestyle. Yeah.
Awesome.
I got someone for you. Make sure to drop your contact info in
Oh,
here
that
so
sounds so exciting. Thanks, Jesse. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Next up, Tammy. Tammy Delatorre. Tammy disappeared. She dropped off the webinar. Okay, no Tammy. All right, Zanet. I don't even want to try pronouncing your last. Zanet Palette. I sure I pronounced that wrong. Okay, Zanet, you can now correct me.
Yes, hang on a second. I'm trying to get the video going. There we
Okay.
go. Hi, hello everybody. Actually, my name is Janae.
Oh boy, I'm sorry.
Hello, Seth and Jesse. Thanks for doing this. This is really awesome. I had no idea what to expect. So my name is Janae Paylette. I am a former healthcare lawyer who 10 years ago decided to become a sex and intimacy coach.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's an interesting transition.
A Tantra educator, and I'm also a somatic experiencing trauma practitioner, and also the best-selling author of this book, Living an Orgasmic Life, Heal Yourself.
Wow, that's a great title.
It's a great title, right? Came up on a vision board. I love vision boards. My passion is to really help people become very comfortable with their sexuality and with intimacy and relationships. And also I work a lot with people who have had a lot of sexual abuse or trauma in their background, because that has a huge impact, obviously, on our sexuality. The book itself sells very, very well. And it not only does it talk about my own philosophy, but it also talks about my own personal healing journey, which a lot of people feel they can really relate to, because I lived in a sexless marriage for over 25 years, believe it or not. I did. So what I do and what I'm looking for is I do mostly coaching with women and with couples. I have 2 online classes. One is for women, Reclaim Your Desire. That's an online class. And I have a live class for couples called Passion in the Pandemic, which I launched last year. In terms of podcasts, I'm interested in being obviously in health and wellness, dating and relationships, moms. I love to speak to podcasts related to moms. Also therapists, because I teach therapists how to talk about sex with their clients. And I have spoken at a number of business groups about lessons that I learned from my sexless marriage that helped me succeed in business. So there is an angle about that as well, because I've been in business, a business person in different ways for a long time.
Awesome. So this is one of those sections. One of the words you mentioned is an internal layup for us, because my wife is a mommy blogger and a podcaster. So to benefit her, we just happened to compile a list of the top 100 mommy bloggers in the country and the top 100 parenting podcasts in the country. So if you want access to any of those, I'm happy to share. Just let me know.
Yeah, that would be great. And then I will tell you also that I work with Terry Levine, right? And
yep, I know Terry very well.
Right. So I've been toying with the idea of starting my own podcast. So I think that's something.
Yes, we do that. Yes, so we can have a conversation with that. And then when you're ready for book number 2 or 3, Jesse's your man.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome, thank you
Drop
so
that
much.
link. Let me get in touch with you,
Yes,
Janae.
yes. All right, let me get this correct. Okay, next up, I think we have one more. Maria Barnes. I don't think you got to go. Maria
in the house.
Jesse's excited. All right, Maria, you should be able to turn your camera on. And unmute yourself. And turn your camera on. And unmute yourself. There she is.
Here we go.
Hang on.
Yay.
And there she is.
Sorry. Hello. Hi, I'm Maria Barnes, and actually, I have a book coming out with you, Jerry. Jesse, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't be nervous.
Yeah.
He looks like a Gary.
Yeah, it is coming out, and it's called Put Cancer Behind You. I am a 2-time cancer survivor, and I put myself into remission from terminal cancer. So my book is about how to get healthy. And I am looking to be on podcasts if possible. It is a spiritual book. It's about using A Course in Miracles to get well. but it's also just about health. So, and frequency, which I just heard the woman talk about energy, which has everything to do with it. So that's really what I'm interested in doing, is seeing if I can get booked on some podcasts to start promoting the book.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
Yeah.
All right. So if I missed anybody, if you came in late, if you did not get to talk yet, please send me a message in the chat box. Make sure, before we wrap up, make sure you join the Facebook group where all of you will be. I post, where did Jesse go? Jesse disappeared. I post weekly videos every single week. I go live in there. I answer marketing questions. I do an episode on how to improve your online advertising. So we talk about, I show actual case studies, actual clients, Facebook ads, Google ads, LinkedIn marketing, all kinds of digital Google AdWords. I also do a weekly show on how to fix your direct mail marketing, if any of you are doing direct mail. And then there's also a link in there. The first post today, the first post up right now is to our Remind app. Our Remind app allows you to message you anytime we have a podcast booking. So if you sign up for that, not only will you get, you'll see, I send a message almost every other day. Hey, we got a show looking for XYZ. And then, first come, first serve, whoever responds gets the booking. And then I also host a monthly mastermind in addition to this one, where we teach how to grow your business, not just not the podcasting side, but specific strategies to grow your marketing, to grow your business. And those are all free to you as well. And you can participate live and ask questions. Those all come through an app called Remind. And I will post that link is in the Facebook group, but I will go post it right now in our chat so you have it. Here you go. Remind was originally designed for education. So you have to say that you're a student and I'm the teacher of the class in order for us to use the app. But it's a really cool app. So parting words, thank you so much all for joining us. I hope you had fun. I hope you pitched well. I hope you get booked on lots of shows or get guests for your shows. If you are looking to talk book publishing, please reach out to Jesse. His publisher's platform is nothing short of amazing and they get awesome results. If you're looking to talk podcasting or marketing, that would be my department. Not only do we get you booked on shows, we also produce your own show where you're the host and we use it to grow your business for you. And we can talk all about that. I realized the only email that isn't in the chat box is mine. Theoretically, if I invited you, you have mine. If Jesse invited you, you don't. Or you may not remember mine. So there, it's in the chat box. I am going to, Jesse, there is Jesse's. Why did you disappear? Oh, you somehow aren't here. I'll put you back as a panel. You should be able to talk. Somehow you got demoted. I'm sorry about that. Maybe I clicked the wrong button too many times. Okay, Jesse, now you can turn your camera back on and give us any parting words you want to share.
I felt so isolated and lonely for a moment.
I'm so sorry if I clicked the wrong button.
No worries. Thanks everybody for coming. Great group of authors and podcast guests and hosts here today. I dropped my email and our URL, lifestyleentrepreneurspress.com. Take a look at what we do. And if our publishing approach resonates with you, let's definitely get in touch. And I've been making some email introductions real time on this call. So hope this has been a valuable experience for all of you to come on. And thanks, Seth, for helping coordinate all this.
No problem. And make sure you join that Facebook group because that's where we do these every month to get you booked. So we'll be doing another one in February. So make sure you're in the group and in the Remind app so we can message you when they're going to happen so you can be here. Thanks, everybody.